This right here is the Electactic G41Pro propane gas grill. It has some pretty heavy duty stainless steel construction. Everything's really solid. Ooh, that's a little toasty. I got a steak in there going. Has a nice sleek look. It looks pretty good in the desert. Yes, there is a lot of sand on it. This has been out here about a week and a half. I live in the desert. Sand's everywhere. You can kind of see it over there. It was out here 20 minutes and it had a dusting of sand on it. So don't judge it by that. I literally wiped it off earlier and just in the past hour, it's gotten dust on it again. It does have a nice built-in thermometer. I'm at about 450 degrees in there right now. I'm about to lift the lid. I'll lose some of that heat. So it has 4 main burners here with independent knobs. It has this side burner here, which is nice if you want to have a pot or something going. You can have it over here. You have this and it has its own independent control. This is about 10,000 BTU. All combined, I think it's like 42,000 BTU. So you can burn through propane pretty fast, but you only have to use the burners that you want, which is nice. It does have cast iron grates in there. You'll see those later in the video. It has plenty of room for working, a nice little table there. You can use this as a table if you're not using that burner as well. It does have an electric ignition, but it also has that chain there. So you can do match ignition and you stick the match in there and you can reach in safely. The wheels do lock, and then you do have this storage cabinet down here where your propane tank goes on this side. You have a little bit of storage over there. I might put a fire blanket in there, but the lid kind of works like a fire blanket. Yeah, let's get to cooking some other stuff. I'll check my meat here real quick. We're at about 500 degrees now. Slide that over. Move these around a little. There we go. This should be about done. And I'll show you a bunch of other stuff I've cooked on it. Well, you would think this grill has been out here for weeks and weeks because of all the dust on it, but it's been out here about 18 hours. This is just the beauty of living in the desert. I am going to fire it up and we're going to make some hamburgers and hot dogs for our Sunday after church lunch. Little late lunch, 2 o'clock. That's when we get home, but yeah, we'll get this fired up, get some meat going. All right, I got the hot dogs here. Go ahead and get those on. Let me turn this down some. The hamburgers out here. I'll season them once I get them on here. I meant to inside, but in a bit of a hurry because I lost a piece there. I like to use Lowry's because that's what I grew up with. We're just going to do that. And since I did this little late, I'm going to flip that real fast so I can get this side before it gets too charred. And then I'm going to turn that heat down even more. And there we go. While those are cooking, this is the grease tray. This is a little basket that'll catch the grease. And then there's a tray here that pulls out. It's hot right now, so I can't show you that. But I'm getting a lot of sizzling and fire here, so I should probably go check that out again. This is already smelling amazing. I'm noticing I am on a bit of a slant, so I need to be careful with hot dogs here that they don't roll off. Turn that up just a little. Oh geez, I just lost that big chunk of burger. I'll have to remember that after it cools. Yeah, that stinks, but such is the nature of things. My wife made these and froze them. I should have repacked them because they're coming apart, so that's my bad. The burgers and hot dogs are about the way we like them. Just gonna give these another, I don't know, minute or so. We'll take them off. And yeah, for my first cook on this, pretty good. I have not cooked with propane on a grill. I've used it on like, a camp stove or whatever. But on a grill like this, I haven't done propane in 20 years, 25 years maybe. A little bit of a learning curve to get back into it. I'm used to my charcoal, but charcoal is not really advisable here because there's lots of dry brush. So a little spark can, start a pretty bad wildfire. So I wanted to go propane, and here we are. I can tell that the grease trap, even just from these hot dogs, is doing its job down there. It's catching it on that tray, and it's got a fold in it, and it'll funnel it back to that box so I can easily clean it. The electric ignition is working great. It fired the burners up just like that. I'm getting nice even heating here. I am running both burners right now, but I had the one off for a while. This being cast iron, it would have pretty evenly distributed the heat once it got going. And I did preheat it for about a minute. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll cook something else on this soon. It has been a very long time since I have grilled a steak on propane. I was probably 15, maybe 14. I'm 40 now, so go easy on me in the comments. Gonna let that get going. Get a little more pepper on there. I really like my pepper. Doing our first flip here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Well, I believe I'm pretty happy with where this is getting. So I'm gonna take this inside and I'm gonna enjoy it like a savage by itself because I didn't think ahead and make anything else. And there we go. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, that was freaking amazing. I'm going to try to do some pancakes on the side burner just because I thought it'd be an easy thing to do. So we're going to go for about 375 on this skillet if I can get it there. I'm going to use a little avocado oil just to lightly grease the pan. This is how I do it. If you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you because this is just what I do. I do have my thermal gun here. One of them anyway. This should get up to temperature pretty quick. So one annoying thing is this porch slants away from the house. So all my oil's pooling right there. I don't know why I said oil. About 200 in the center, and then the edges are about where I want them. So we'll just try to keep this oil evenly distributed here. I forgot to press record before I started pouring. We're gonna let that fry there for a second. I gotta get a paper towel. I spilt batter all over myself. And let me get a temperature again. So yeah, we only got up to about 300. Good to know for this burner. May have used a little too much avocado oil there. We'll just let this do its thing. I really like, my mom used to put a lot more oil than this in, and she would pour the batter so that it was floating on top of the oil. And that's the pancakes we had when I was growing up. And I loved them so much. Put a little peanut butter and maple syrup on them, and they were just freaking amazing. This will be somewhat of a close approximation. Normally I don't use anywhere near this much avocado oil inside, but I thought since I'm outside and it's a nice day, it's kind of beautiful out, we would go ahead and go somewhere in between. Oh, that smells so good. I can smell that smell that I was used to as a kid. She would use vegetable oil though. Yeah, so I burnt that one a little. I should have flipped it just a little second before I did. Should probably turn the heat down a little too, but let me get a temperature reading here. First time doing this on this grill, so a little bit of a learning curve. Yeah, so I mean I picked up a little more heat, but it's still like the hottest or the coldest spot's about 270. Just let this hang out here for one more second. See what that's looking like. Yeah, it could stand to go on there for just a little bit longer. Yeah, not the greatest, but we'll try again and probably do better. Try a slightly lighter pour this time. I did get a little heavy there last time. It was pretty thick. See if I can do this without splashing grease. Yeah. Still a little too hot. I could have probably stood to flip that 5-10 seconds earlier. But again, I kind of like that, so, you know. Okay, that one looks a little bit better. But yeah, that has been pancakes on this. I'm gonna go eat these now. And I'm sure I'll enjoy them.